I'm together with Francesco, the regional advisor from Toastmasters International. Welcome, Francesco.
Thank you.
What is a regional advisor and what is his job?
Well, you might be familiar with the area director. The area director is the person that goes to visit the clubs and support the clubs in his area. And my job is similar, but at a district level. So I have responsibility for all the districts in Europe. This means 8 different districts covering UK, Ireland, all of continental Europe, plus a few additions that we've had this year. And I try to support and visit all of them. I support the district leaders in their job. I do some training for them. I help them whenever they have an issue. And in general, I'm their reference, whatever issues they are facing.
And to what's because it's your your second year as regional advisor. Um, to become a regional advisor, what is how can you apply, or is it something that Toastmaster? Well, how do you become a region advisor?
Well, first of all, you have to have been a district director, because in order to help other district directors, you have to have that kind of experience. So once you have been district director and you've done your year as immediate past district director, then you can apply. There is a form you have to fill in to offer your services as region advisor. Then there is a selection interview, and the job is then appointed, meaning there is no election. It is the board that appoints you as region advisor. And the job lasts, strangely enough, 15 months, because for the first 3 months, you're shadowing the current region advisor, learning how to do the job. And then starting from 1st of July, for the next 12 months, you are the region advisor for your region.
Wow, that's well. So this is how you can if you're looking for becoming a region advisor, this is what you have to follow. But if we're going to go back to the past, because um, well, everybody started somewhere at Toastmasters. So when did you start? When did you start joining a club, or when did you start Toastmasters?
I started the day I joined my club, which was back in July 2011. I immediately fell in love. I went to a meeting, I immediately became a member, and a few months after that, I was already the VPM. I did that for a few months, then I did VPPR, and then I became president of my own club. I also was VPE for 1 year, and then our region, our part of Europe joined the district. So I saw there are other opportunities outside of the club. So I covered the area director role, division director, and then I was PRM, like you are now,
Yes.
then club growth director, district director, immediate best district director, and now region advisor. It's been a long journey, a very interesting one, where I've learned a lot along the way.
Yeah, because all these journeys from VPM until where you are now as a region advisor. Um, what would you, let's say, if somebody start Toastmasters today, what would you recommend and what would you advise as a region advisor to that person who's going to start, or let's say to the person who's going to start their Toastmaster journey?
Well, I would say make an assessment of your skills and what you already know, and then go for the things that you do not know. Put yourself as much out of your comfort zone as possible. Now, take it step by step. Maybe you don't have to take it all the way, but one step at a time, fill in all those skills and competences that you do not have. The great thing about Toastmaster is that you can learn and you can do mistakes and nobody will get hurt. You will learn during the year that you've taken a particular role certain skills, and then you're ready to move on to the next role and to more learning.
Well, and I think with the learning, because you also become more confident, not just only at Toastmasters, but I think with a lot of things like your job, if you start a business. Now, I'm gonna a little bit in your personal life. So, well, you're not working full time for Toastmasters.
Or sometimes it feels like.
So, what are you doing, let's say, in your personal life?
I am a consultant. I work in EU funded projects. So I help and support companies who are doing research to find EU funding for their research projects. I help them writing out the proposal, submitting it to the commission, and once they have actually secured the funding, I help them run the project and report it to the commission the way that the commission likes to see it reported. It's a very interesting job because it's always changing, gives me the opportunity to deal with a number of different people and with a number of different jobs. And that's a place where I can apply all that I learned in Toastmasters. I need to make presentations all the time. I need to talk with different teams, different people. I need to communicate efficiently with them and with the commission. And that's all things that I have learned and practiced in Toastmasters.
Yeah, because that was indirectly my next question is like how much Toastmasters contributed to, well, in your private situation. You already mentioned it, and I think it's just fantastic. And let's say you all, because we in Dublin, we in Ireland. Francesco, you visited different clubs within the let's
Yeah.
say the district in District 71. Is there any, let's say, things you have seen like in the things that needs to be improved, or things that you have seen, some good things you, let's say, would let's say that you would recommend clubs in a different direction?
Yeah. Well, I had the opportunity of visiting three different corporate clubs yesterday. And although they're all corporate clubs, they were quite different one from the other. The first one was a university club, very interesting on how it's growing, but also on the fact that it has created such a nice environment that it keeps some of the members. So even though they finish their term in the university, they stay within the club. And this is a first suggestion. Do create an environment in your club that is so interesting, so nice, that it will keep people there even if they're moving to a different place. Second club we visited is a club in a big consulting firm. There they do things differently. They use that club as a way to create a social atmosphere. They, of course, practice public speaking skills, but also create a nice internal environment that helps working together. And there, like in the third club that we visited at Microsoft, an interesting thing is that you can work together with your boss or with people in your team in the Toastmaster way, where you are free to give feedback, and feedback is always received in a nice way. And that's a second suggestion I would give to all the clubs. Make sure that the quality of your evaluation is always top notch. Do not give those kind of evaluations where you're not giving any positive or comments that will make the speaker grow. Even if it's just saying you did a great speech, that doesn't help that much. Give a speaker some points of improvement And don't worry if you're not an expert. Give speaker what you felt. Tell them how you made them feel by what they said. That will help the speaker understand how you have reacted. And many you are the public that we talk to. Knowing how each one of these you reacts helps the speaker make the best speech possible.
Well, that's fantastic advice to, and of course it will help of different clubs to go to the next level. What would you advise? What will be your golden nugget about like how to not just only run a club, but let's say when it comes to district level, how would you maintain and make it all, let's say, more, like, let's say, successful?
Well, uh, the one suggestion I would give is make sure there are two elements in your Toastmaster life that are always there. One is, of course, learning. We are in Toastmaster to make sure we learn. So make sure year after year that you give yourself a new challenge, you put yourself in a different position where you're learning something new. Don't just try to keep it quiet and say, okay, this year I'm just going to be a normal member. Even as a normal member, give yourself a challenge, start a new path, start something different that will make you learn something. The second thing is make sure there is an element of fun. Don't take it too seriously. Don't take yourself too seriously. Don't take the organization too seriously, which doesn't mean you're not doing your job properly, you're not working with clubs or district level in a non serious way, but that you are including a bit of fun. Make sure that the people with whom you work are happy to work with you because you are not only doing work, you're doing social things, you're enjoying your experience. And that is, I think, the most important one. Enjoy the Toastmaster experience, learn and have fun at the same time.